Crises in Brazil, present situation. Image: Brazil is one of the largest economies and democracies in the world, but it is currently facing several internal crises in politics, economy, society, environment, and security. These challenges influence the country's stability and development. 1. Political polarization and institutional conflict. Brazilian politics has become highly polarized in recent years, mainly between supporters of Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva and former President Jair Bolsonaro. Key issues: deep ideological division between left-wing and right-wing groups, large political protests and tensions after elections, distrust toward institutions such as the judiciary and election system, the aftermath of the 2023 Brazilian Congress attack when protesters stormed government buildings in Brasilia. This polarization has weakened political cooperation and slowed policymaking. 2. Economic inequality and social disparities. Although Brazil is a major economy, wealth distribution remains extremely unequal. Main problems: large income gap between rich and poor, millions living in informal settlements, favelas, unequal access to healthcare, education, and employment. Cities such as Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo show strong contrasts between wealthy districts and poor neighborhoods. 3. Crime and public security crisis. Brazil struggles with high levels of violent crime. Major challenges: drug trafficking networks, organized criminal gangs controlling some urban areas, high homicide rates in certain regions, prison overcrowding, and weak law enforcement capacity. Criminal organizations like Primeiro Comando da Capital have strong influence in some regions. 4. Environmental crisis and Amazon deforestation. Environmental degradation is one of Brazil's most important internal issues. Key concerns: large-scale deforestation in the Amazon rainforest, illegal logging and mining, expansion of agriculture and cattle ranching, conflicts with indigenous communities. Environmental damage also brings international pressure and climate risks. 5. Economic challenges and public debt. Brazil's economy faces structural problems. Examples: high government spending and public debt, slow economic growth in some years, inflation affecting the cost of living, high unemployment among youth. Although Brazil has strong industries and agriculture, economic reforms are still ongoing. 6. Corruption and governance problems. Corruption scandals have affected Brazil's political system for decades. One of the largest investigations was the Operation Car Wash effects: loss of public trust in politicians, political instability, delays in government reforms. 7. Indigenous rights and land conflicts. Conflicts between indigenous groups, farmers, and mining companies are increasing. Indigenous communities in the Amazon often face land grabbing, illegal mining, violence, and displacement. This issue is closely connected to environmental protection. Summary: Brazil's main internal crises include 1. Political polarization, 2. Economic inequality, 3. Crime and security problems, 4. Environmental destruction in the Amazon, economic structural challenges, 6. Corruption in politics, 7. Indigenous land conflicts. These crises do not mean Brazil is unstable overall, but they create significant challenges for governance and long-term development.